Good morning, all the children. My name is Oma Story, and I'm going to tell you about birds today. Do you see the lovely birds there above my head? Now, there's lots of beautiful birds, but today I'm going to start the story with Grandpa Owl. He was sitting in a tree, half awake and half asleep, when he suddenly heard two men talking under him, under the tree. And they said they were going to flatten that whole area where Grandpa Owl and his friends are staying. So he called them all together and he said to them, "Oh, listen to me, all the birds. We have to move." And so the crow said, what now? Why? Grandpa Owl said, "Oh, listen, Crow, you now, and I will tell you what." So he told them the whole story about the two men and that they're not going to have a place to stay. And the mockingbird, he said, "Quack, quack, where are we going?" And Grandpa Owl said, "You all get here tomorrow morning very, very early, and we will go. You will see." So the next morning, all the birds came and they sat down. And the last time, before they started flying, Grandpa Owl said to them, listen carefully. Everyone must look at me. I'm going to fly in front and stay behind me. Don't turn off. Don't go anywhere else except after me." So they started and they were flying. You know, some of the birds glide a little bit to rest, but they were flying fast as they could. And suddenly, the crow saw something flashy on the ground, and he said to himself, "Aha! Something shiny! I'm going for that!" And he ducked down, and he saw it was a ring, beautiful golden ring, or it looked like gold. He picked it up in his beak, and he turned around and he looked up, and the other birds were gone. So the other birds were still flying, you know, all the way where they had to go. When the weaver, he saw a big willow tree. He loves willow trees. He said to his wife, "Come, we go in and check it out." So they went there, and when they got there, that tree was dying. It was standing next to a dry river. There were no water. And he said, "I think that was a bad plan because this tree is going to fall down soon." So they turned around and they looked up and they looked left and they couldn't see the other birds. They were gone. But the other birds were still flying. They went and they go all the way. And the sparrow and his wife, they saw a house, a big house with lots of trees, and they decided that can be nice to live there because people like to give us crumbs and seeds and whatever they have. So we're going to check that out. And they went there, and when they got there, what was the first thing they saw? An angry cat. And one said to them, "Meow, meow, I'm coming for you." Oh, they got such a fright they had to sit down a moment before they turned around. And when they turned around, the other birds were gone. But the other birds were still flying. And then they heard Grandpa Owl say, There, we are going there. There's a tree." So there at that big tree, they stopped. Everyone sat down to rest a little bit. And Grandpa Owl said to them, "Rest just enough, and then we start looking for food. You find the food that you want, and then we build our nests." But when he looked them over, he said, where's the crow?" And the sparrows and the weavers, they did not listen, did they? But Mockingbird, he was not that tired. He said, "Quack, quack, I will go and look for them." He said, "Thank." Grandpa Owl said, "Thank you very much. Thank you." So he went and he found them, lost and almost crying. They were so scared. And he brought them. And when they came there, Grandpa Owl looked them in the eye and he said to them, "Did you learn a lesson today?" Yes. Yeah, we did. They were so scared. And they were so glad to be with the other birds again. And they said, "What did you learn?" They said, "We learned to listen, not to do your own thing when you are told to do something else. It's a good lesson to always listen. If it's for your mother or your dad or the teacher, but you have to listen." Now you can go outside, look a little bit at the birds, listen to the sounds they make. Whoop, whoo, and quack, quack, and krr, krr. They make lots of beautiful sounds. Now I'm going to say goodbye and see you next time.